We're starting with the easy wins, cleaning the display windows and the coin door, and wow, suddenly this rust bucket looks slightly less haunted. Then we notice the video cassette transport's made of stainless steel, and I go, hey, so is the DeLorean, which means obviously we break out the same cleaner, because it's good enough for a time machine, it's good enough for the dusty innards of a forgotten video robot. Now, there's a sticker on this baby, and I say baby in the same tone like you'd use for a feral raccoon that you're trying to nurse back to health. The sticker needs some love, and by love I mean a heat gun and a scraping tool and no questions asked. We wipe down some nearby parts that don't look any better, but it's fine, we're not here for results, we're here for vibes. And now the plot twist, we're out of stainless steel cleaner, so I threw the empty can in a fit of dramatic rage to prove a point, and immediately find a full can on the shelf behind it. Classic. Then it's time for the stainless steel control panel, the one that every sweaty stranger has touched since 1984. It's held in place by 2 bolts, but only one of them has a wing nut, and I just once I'd like to buy a machine that's not held together with the mechanical equivalent of hope. Now I'm scraping 40-year-old Scotch tape residue off this stainless steel like I'm on some kind of archaeological dig, except instead of unearthing ancient treasures, I'm just uncovering more adhesive. I've got magic eraser in one hand, a bottle cleaner in the other, and the 1,000-yard stare of a man who's lost in the sauce. At one point I swear the tape fought back. It had layers and generations. It had a family. I've been hunched over this control panel so long I think I've developed a second spine. And just when I think we've made no progress, bam, a little shine peeks through and victory. The tape is gone, the panel's clean, my knuckles are shredded, my fingerprints are erased, and my ancestors are somehow both horrified and proud. Yay! Okay, we've removed the circuit board so that we can take a little peek behind the curtain and see what fresh nonsense is lurking back here. And immediately I spot a heat exhaust fan that is not even plugged in. Great! I love that. That's super useful, but hey, easy fix. Now, the power cord itself is looking pretty janky. Like, this thing has seen things. It's frayed, it's sad, it's hanging on by a thread, literally. But luckily for us, I happen to have several hundred feet of perfectly good power cord just sitting around. Because why wouldn't I? Some people collect baseball cards. I collect excess electrical wiring. So I grabbed some butt connectors to attach the old cord to the new one. Now, some people, let's call them experts, professionals, the entire electrical industry, they say you should solder wires together and heat shrink them for a more reliable connection. But for this machine, for this absolute relic of the 80s, we are going full butt connector. Now, all that's left is to slap on a new plug and call it a day. As for that old power cord, we're sending it away to a nice farm where it can live out its final days in peace. So we keep blowing a fuse every time we leave the display door open and turn on the power, which feels personal, like the machine saying, hey, how dare you look inside of me? So I investigate, and it turns out it's a slow blow 4-amp fuse, which sounds like the nickname of a jazz musician who never made it. And of course I have one, because I have a slow blow fuse drawer. That's right, a whole drawer dedicated to fuses that take their sweet time. Now the new fuse doesn't look like the old one. It's shinier, prettier. It's probably got Wi-Fi, but I trust it because, say it with me, technology marches forward. You don't have to understand it. You just have to nod and plug it in. And guess what? It works. Of course it works, because if there's one thing I've learned from restoring a 40-year-old VHS vending machine, it's that nothing makes sense and everything is fine for now. The monitor was so dim it looked like it was powered by a dying firefly, so I cranked up the brightness and boom, it remembered it was a screen and not a haunted mirror from a cursed antique shop. So the printer isn't working, and we know it's not working because when it tries to print, it doesn't go rat-a-tat-tat like an adorable 1980s office gremlin. It just kind of glides left and right like it's warming up for interpretive dance. So we take off the control panel like surgeons or raccoons with a screwdriver, and then we start shining flashlights into the printer like, hello, is anybody unplugged in there? Like, we're poking around, maybe one of us is going to tap a wire and the whole thing will suddenly start working again like magic. I'm half expecting the printer to wake up and go, oh, my bad, I'm fine. But instead, we just find dust to spare and the smell of something that melted in the Reagan administration. Now, we think maybe it just needs a new ribbon. Like, we have hope and optimism. We install a new ribbon, like it's the tiara in a high-stakes printer beauty pageant, and nothing happens. The machine is still sad and moody and entirely uncooperative. Eventually, we discover this tiny bar thing off to the right of the ink, which is a line feed button. It sounds helpful, right? Wrong. It's the ugliest, most passive-aggressive button in existence, and it's painful to push. physically painful, like it was designed by someone who hates fingers. So then comes the paper feeding portion of our little hell. We try every configuration, every angle, every ritual known to man, and even when the paper does go in, failure. Nothing prints. The printer just stares at us like, I don't know her. But hey, we learned a few things, like how deeply we can suppress rage while pretending to troubleshoot. Let's take a closer look at our maintenance menu on this green screen beauty. I am going to turn you over to my reactions in real time. Okay, service options. What do we got? Bookkeeping, ad credit, blah, blah, blah. X rating, what? Let's do bookkeeping. 1. Enter. Plot twist. I do not know the access code, but hey, maybe we can hack it. Let's see. No. 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 In mild desperation, I email the original owner, and he emails me back this manual, which, guess what, contains the access code. It's a secret number. I'm hiding it from you, but it's a pretty easy number to figure out. He also sends pictures of the machine and flyers and things that go on the tapes and stuff that I don't have, and I'm like, bro, why are you hoarding this? This should have come with the machine. And so I say, hey, how about money? Do you like money? Because I can send you some more. I have a little bit left over. And he said yes. So here it comes in the mail. And it's here. We're opening up the box. This is exciting. It's our unboxing of stuff that we should have gotten earlier. I'm having fun. Okay, let's see. We got this piece of paper that looks really old and it has some numbers on it. And hopefully there's nothing on here like, nope, it looks good. Bubble format. I think this is about the machine. That's kind of cool. All right, we'll keep this. And then we got this blue manual here. And this is for the 5.0 version of the ROM set. So this is probably the more recent version. And we're going to probably need to scan that in. Now, this looks like a very older version of that manual. It's printed at the dot matrix printer, which, of course, indicates the Dark Ages clearly. All right, we're going to hang on to this guy, too. And look, it's the world's worst rental agreement. They ask you way too much in here. I'm not even going to go over it. This is just embarrassing. My mom never saw this. And then they had some flyers, I guess, to get people's attention. I mean, they printed them in beautiful neon 80s colors, so that definitely was going to do half the job. And here we are with another manual. Looks like these are all of the things that were wrong with the machine, and you got service bulletins to fix them. So plenty of fun things to do in the future. Let's just take a look. Is that blood in there? I don't know what's happening. All right, let's just pretend that's not what's happening. There's some pins here. Pins for cards, and I don't understand them, but that's cool. I have a whole list and some more flyers. Perfect. And the old ROM set. These are probably what were in the machine originally, and that's a good thing. I'm probably going to have to dump these and put them on archive.org. And in here is some kind of grabber motor that maybe was replaced. I'm not sure exactly. I have to take a look at that. More grabber motor parts, very mysterious. I don't know what's going on. It jingles and jangles. It's kind of fun. And then finally, this is what I've been looking for. The tools, basically, for putting on the scans that go on the back of cassette tapes. And when I say scans, I mean barcodes. I just can't think of the word when I'm riffing. All right, so it looks like we have multiple versions of these tools. That'll be fun. We'll do a little video bit on that. More memberships, and look, membership cards. So many membership cards, 2 whole boxes of them. You know, if people were to send us a videotape, I would send you back one of these membership cards because Lord knows I don't need 800 or 900 of them. And let's just confirm that they are in this other box. We're going to pull these rubber bands off here, and oh my God, there's so many. It's insane. I think we're going to wrap up here. Please subscribe and do all the things with the bell and the stuff and do it. Yeah.